I can't do anything about the conditioner here today. It's too much. This conditioner just doesn't go well. Well, it's just too much. Gives me too much shine. Gives me too much body. And yes, I'm gonna have to agree with Charles Barkley here. Okay, but Chris Poe did tell me last night at PM. He said that I'm a liberal. Okay. In a lot of ways I am. In a lot of ways I am. But the first thing that I believe in is equal rights. And I gotta tell you guys a story. See, they don't tell you this. See, way back, there was a man. He was cousins of John Adams. He was John Adams' cousin. Okay, I'm gonna need to go on the monitor here and get my tea. Okay, he said, and he suggested this. They had everything written up. They had all the things written up, you know. And then his name was Jerry Adams. And he said like this. He said, keep these all in place because this thing is so hot. He said, keep all these things in place because if not, you're going to have anarchy, you're going to have chaos. And he also said, there's one thing I want to put in here, and that's when the population becomes huge and big, because pretty soon everyone's going to come to America and all that, which is true. My parents were from Italy, both of them. They immigrated over here, and they all had a better life, better opportunity, or whatever. I don't know. I can't really predict that. I mean, maybe Italy probably would have been better, you know. But whatever the reason, whatever the case, they came over here, and that's why I landed over here and met all these people, you know, growing up and everything. But Mr. Jerry Adams said one thing. He said, you know, let's say in the 60s, in the 70s, things get all kinds of crazy. Let's focus on education, which Democrats, year after year after year, I see it this way. Obama and the Democrats passed Obamacare law with just like one Republican maybe. How come they couldn't pass the law that they're talking about right now, which I happen to agree with because I agree with equal rights, you know? I know there's a war going on with the Cheney's and everything, but for me, personally, I believe, and then he's trying to tell me, Jesus, he would be a liberal. Okay. Jesus would be a liberal. I think in some aspects that'd be correct, because he wouldn't tell you what to do, because he believes in free will just like his father does. He's not going to tell you. But getting back to the Adams story here, equal rights. We all need equal rights, or else you're just going to be an unbalance. But we also need education. We need education. Yes, everyone's got freedom of choice and all that, but not freedom of choice to make bad decisions where the government has to come in and take care of you. You know, that is recklessness, endangerment, you know. There has to be a point where, I mean, it's like, you know, okay, we'll help you to a point here. Well, you got to do something. In return, you got to do something, you know, because people came over here for the opportunity. They didn't come over here to be put boxed in, you know, be boxed in the rest of their lives, you know. And how are you going to do that? How are we going to continue on having this lopsided thing where it's just the government's taking care of everyone, and the people that are working for the government are just, they're all tired and everything. And then we have the Obamacare here, which I don't see how it could work now. I see how all this stuff could have worked back in the 60s and 70s, starting with education, starting with universal health care insurance, when things, you know, weren't as on hand as they are now. Now, you're going to have to put a bulldozer and everything, just clear it all out. You know, just kidding around, but I mean, what can you possibly do right now other than to try and use the education one more time, which we're too far gone. The ship has left the port. Barkley says 50 years. I say until the sun falls from the sky, this will be the cycle we're in. You're on the West One Radio.